Okay, we are here. Welcome, guys, for the final round of the season here of the Star Cup in Mexico, Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. And tonight we have a special round for the last one. It's realistic performance tonight. So no equal. People have changed cars. It's all real performance. So, like I think in F125, like Red Bull is still the best car, McLaren second, like Mercedes third, Ferrari fourth. So real performance for the last round this season, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Let's go, baby. So we'll put the information on the screen, and we'll go follow the drivers on track, obviously. You can see TRP in the Ferrari tonight, KX, Red Bull, Teddy making a big comeback here in Star Cup. Williams tonight for him with Jonah Reflector, his teammate for tonight. So yeah, you see the new teams for one night with the real performance setting being on. For the championships, Maestro is already the big DRS Maestro is already champion this season. Here's tonight's in the Sauber, worst car in the game, obviously. And yeah, constructors, Aston are like 22 points in first place, so they have to secure the but it's not the Aston drivers are not in the Aston seats tonight, but yeah, I think pretty much it's pretty clear also for the constructors tonight that that Aston is gonna win. So yeah, we're good about that. And already some people on the lap, TRP, NKX, Red Bull and the Ferrari already on the lap. Boom, we got the tag up, all the things are set up. I hope you're, like I said, having a good week and a good night. And yeah, so last round of the season of Season 3 of Star Cup on F125. And I hope you have enjoyed it so far this season. I'm Gavin Shaw, your full-time commentator. I didn't present me at the beginning of the stream, just to know if you don't know me yet. I'm there, and yeah. So we're following these drivers for one last time this season, and we'll see what they're gonna do in the realistic performance setting being on. It's gonna be very interesting to follow. And now KX gonna be the first one to cross the line for a lap. 16.670 is gonna be. TRP gonna be the second one, and the Ferrari negotiating through the last corner of this track here for TRP in the Ferrari. 18-0 for TRP. We got Trophy starting a lap. We got Zicario in the Aston. We got the Williams finishing the lap. Teddy making his comeback. Jonah in 16.797 in P2. Teddy's gonna be in P3 with 16.901 behind KX and the Red Bull. We got the Mourinho on lap. Zicario finishing his lap pretty soon now. In the Aston, we also some other people like Maestro is going to start a lap right now. So yeah, those people on the lap will follow Zicario. We'll see what he can do the Aston Martin tonight for Zicario. Midfield driver being in the midfield car in this game, that's pretty much accurate. Boob in the Red Bull 17.495. Coconut 18.3. Zicario 18.1 now. 5.6 and P6 for the moment. Mourinho coming to the last corners of this track here. Also now starting his lap in the Sauber. We'll see what Mourinho can do. Last corner going on for the Alpine now. On the line. Boom. 16.888 P3 for Mourinho. Also now we got Nguyen and the Mercedes finishing his lap. He validated his lap, so not going to count. And John Media as Maestro AZ will follow the reigning champion now of this season. The champion of the season. It's him. It's the Maestro. Competing tonight in the Sauber. We'll see what he can do. The big Maestro going through the last portion of the track. Little S is there. Little very slow corners. Last corner now for the Sauber. And on the line, yeah, it's Maestro. 17.529 for the moment in the Sauber. LZ9 here. We got Now a lap from Adrian in P5, 17.299. Alzanite finishing his lap. Some other people in front of us finishing their lap, I think. We'll see what's gonna move. Who's gonna move up position? Alzanite now. Last corner, almost touched the wall on the exit, but on the line, 17.592. P8 just behind his teammate. Really close. Of his teammate DS Maestro for tonight. Menzo on the lap, dead to wing, also on the lap of Foldy Racing Bull now. He's the closest to the finish line. At the moment, closest to finish a lap, it's LWR Deadwing, 56.753 in the second sector. We'll see if he can maintain a good pace in the last sector of the track here. Last corner coming for Deadwing. And on the line, what it's going to be for the Racing Bull driver tonight. Deadwing, 16.487 is the fastest lap of the session at the moment. LWR Deadwing. Magnifico Menzo now finishing his lap in the Alpine. He's also in the last section of the track in Sector 3. Negotiating like a boss to Sector 3 here. Looking good. A bit of battery left for the last section before this, the finish line. And now 16.885. It's P4 for Menzo in front of his teammate by only 3,000 of a second. Good lap by Menzo, getting up to fourth. We got Skydo Bike on the lap starting. AZ finishing his lap in the McLaren. Having one of the fastest cars tonight for AZ. We know he's not performing a lot in the equal cars race, but he's there. 19.592 will be for AZ here. We'll now follow Skydo Bike and all his sponsors already being here for a lot of season. The veteran of Star Cups, Skydo Bike. Call him like you want, but he's there. Tonight driving the Ferrari for Skydo Bike. And that's perfect. We'll go on board. Why not? With the legend here himself. Oh, a bit too wide here. But his lap's still gonna count. I'm gonna be the best lap time, obviously, but still there. Here's now Axe beated. Very important going, touching the curb. Getting the apex. Well, a bit of a difficult braking. Last corner now. Down to second gear. Up to third, to fourth, to fifth. All the way to the line now. Flat out at 17.845 at speed 12. We'll go back to normal cam here. And going on the lap now in the Mercedes. And German manufacturer. And I just switch POV. So yeah. I have also some info on the next season already, like calendar and driving lineups, and I'll maybe spread it out during the stream. Maybe if we have safety cars or when you have some pose moment, I'll drop some info here and there. And yeah, so yeah, that's gonna be a great. Now Nguyen finishing his lap, last corner. For him also, it's going to be a 17.229 P8 for Nguyen here. Any other people? Exit bounding to his lap. We have some people doing a second attempt now. 8:35 left. KX on the second lap. Not improving in the first sector. We'll see if we can change that in the second one. Now driving number 11 Red Bull at Mexico. Not improving again in sector 2 for KX. And Mourinho will still follow him into the line. See if he can find some magic in the last few corners. Or the Red Bull driver KX on the line. Line is coming for him. And go to the pits. Not improving. Maybe a good job. Mourinho improving the first sector 110, but he invalidated right now for Mourinho, sadly. Got some other on Alflap, Adrian, maybe the dead wing on the Alflap also. He's currently having the provisional pole position on in front of KX and in front of Jonah here. So there's some big dogs with no lap time, like another one, Kendricks, Still have no lap time. Kendrick's in the out lap here. We'll see when he starts his lap. We got other people like Spoob on the lap now. We got Adriami, we got Engwang in the pits. We got Mourinho and Malti his left, so we'll follow Spoob at the Red Bull. Currently in P10, 17.495 his lap time. His teammate KX is in P2. We'll see where he can place after his second attempt tonight. Now Nicolas heading through Sector 2. Using some ERS, 70% still left. The red bar at the top, at the bottom left, is more than 50% used. Now finishing Sector 2 for Spoob, it's 0.8 of an improvement almost for the driver of the Austrian team here. Can he keep that improvement through last sector is the question, or can he make an even better improvement here? On the line, Spoob 16.563, it's almost a second on his previous lap time. It's P2 for the moment, really close from that way. Mourinho still back to his lap. Adriami now coming on the end of his lap. It's currently in P10. Where it's going to be after that? It's provisional pole for Adriami, 16.189. Big improvement for Adriami here. 3/10 in front of that wing. Elsa 9 starting TRP on the lap also. Sky the bike in the pit. Coconut Ed on the lap. We got Kendricks now on the lap finishing his lap. What can Kendricks do? Now for the Ash driver. It's going to be P11 for the moment for Kendricks. 17.364 for the big can. LZ9. TRP finishing his lap. He improved in the sector 2 by almost 4/10. Can he improve even more than 30? Yes, he can. 6/10 of an improvement. It's P10 for TRP. LZ9 now improving by a little less than 1/10 in the first sector. Looking good again for LZ9 tonight. With his teammate Maestro now down to 8. He's down to 13. We'll see if he can move up. Oh, and he missed the corner here. His lap is done. Lap done. Coconut on the lap. Not lap anymore, I think. Snake and Bean starting his lap right at the moment. Well, not starting, but he's on the lap. First lap time of the night for Snake and Beans. We'll see. We'll follow him and see what he can do. 4 minutes left. 4 minutes 50 left in the session here. Obviously short quality, so only one session like always. Only one 18-minute session now. Only like 4 minutes left at on the session. 4 minutes 30. So no Q1, Q2, Q3 system like always here in StarCup. 58.028. No short quality like always. Nick and Beans. Well, a score coming for him. With the Mac. I think Teddy up to third now. 16.499. What can Snake and Beans do? It's gonna be 18.189 for Snake and Beans. Oh, Rain on lap also. We'll follow him after. KX finishing second attempt now. KX pitch race 16.453. Up to third for KX. Reflector Jonah here on the lap also. Kendrick's on the second attempt. Alden 9 is in his real second attempt now, trying to not go off track this time. We'll follow him now. In the Sauber, TRP is out. No more than P10 for TRP. Not good to be out early in the session. Still 4 minutes left, but a bit early still. A big improvement for LZ9 here. 6/10 almost in the second sector. We'll see what he can get in the third now. Can he get up to the top 10, maybe even the top 5 for LZ9? We'll see. And Austin Martin was on the road, and he just go to the pits now. He wants to have time for another lap, so he don't take any risk and go to the pit. Jonah finishing his lap right now. Last corner coming, but not on a good lap, I think, for Jonah. No, maybe he got some traffic in front. Kendricks not on a good lap also. Vicario, I think, just finished a lap. Not looking great for him. Coconut not looking good for him either. KX, yeah, I don't know to follow then. And we ain't running a lap. Kendrick also running a lap, I think. Here, pretty much everyone's gonna start the last attempt now. Just, if they sit the pits, they're gonna go for an out lap. We'll go with Kendricks. We'll go with full lap. Oh, no, not to go full lap because he validated his lap. Maybe that next time. And going on a lap. We have Zicario. Validated also. Snake and Beans. AZ. I think I'll go with Nguyen then. Maybe Jonah. I'll follow Jonah. Boy, big traffic in front of Jonah, and we'll see if that's gonna be bad for his lap now. In the Williams tonight. Finishing up sector 2, DRS and ERS are activated for him on the big straight line. It's 6 tenths on the offer improvement. Having an Ashes behind. I don't know if it's Kendricks. Yeah, I think Kendricks is behind him. His teammate for the season. Now Jonah finishing his pretty much final attempt. I think so, maybe another at the end, but Jonah getting provisional pole here, 16.035. Big Jonah on provisional pole. Poop starting a lap for Reno. Finishing his lap, not improving in the second sector. I don't think he's going to improve in overall in his lap here. And he'll be pretty much finished for the Mourinho here tonight. Spoob on the turning his lap. Jonah still at the top, and Nguyen now on another lap. Kendricks in the pits, not gonna be able to do another lap for Kendricks. Gonna be max speed 12 for him. It seems Carlton validated his lap. AZ not gonna be able to do another lap. We'll follow Spoob then. Definitely also turning his lap. We'll follow the big Spoob, improving by off 10 in the first sector for the Red Bull driver. And he's pretty close from Teddy, from KX, even from Deathwing. And we never know with the Master Classic would even go get P2 or P1 here. You have a solid car and real perf here with the Red Bull. Really solid car. Spoob finishing sector 2. It's 2 tenths, almost 3 up on his previous time for Spoob here. Oh, the Mercedes trying to let him pass. Still well done by the Mercedes, I think. Pretty nice. And that last corner for him, where he's gonna place here. Boom, on the line. It's only 83,000 seconds of improvement. It's up to 5th now. I think he just passed Teddy, but he was not able to pass his teammate KX or anyone higher than that, sadly. His third sector let him down a bit. That way on the lap, finishing his lap and improving in sector 2. Can he improve in sector 3 for the moment? Well, for a moment he's not improving. We'll see if he can improve now. That wing on the line, finishing his final attempt. He improved a bit, but he is not moving up, not changing position. Now Teddy in P6, trying to improve again. He can clearly go get that P4, I mean even that P3. Oh, and he touched the cone, and the cone is stuck. The cone is stuck under his car, but now it's good. On the line, Teddy 16.454, improving in front of Spoob, but not in front of the other 1,000 of a second behind KX. Another one up to 7th now. The Alpine is finished. Maestro, it's a finish. Speed 10 for Maestro, and the others are finished also. That's gonna be it for qualifying. So a lot of people did well. They did not well in their last attempt in qualifying, and that cost them a lot of lap time, and maybe some places here. But Jonah did the job, and he'll start in pole for this final Grand Prix of the season here. With Adrian second, Deathwing in third, KX on 4th, Teddy 5th, Spoob 6th, another one 7, Menzo 8, Mourinho 9, Maestro 10. That's the top 10 for qualifying here. Top 10 starting grid in Americo. And now obviously we'll have a little pause as the drivers choose their tire strategy, tweak their setups if necessary, and put the good amount of fuel in the car for 36 laps around Mexico. One of the longest race, but not the longest race, but the most amount of laps, 36 laps. There's only like Monaco that have more with 39, and yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, step for quali, and we'll jump into the race pretty soon. I'll stay here, obviously. You do not want to miss that final race. Dun -dun. Okay, we're waiting for the race to start. A bit cloudy, maybe gonna be some rain. For the moment, not likely, but we'll see later on. So while waiting for that, I can maybe reveal a little thing about next season. Why not? So next season is gonna be at the, if I count well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah, 13. So one more race next season, 13 rounds, and we'll have Brazil starting next season. So Brazil's gonna be the opening. That's what I'm gonna say for this little pause moment here. So Brazil's gonna be the first race next season. The leak. Why not? So yeah, 13 race. First race is gonna be Brazil. Next time we're gonna see us. Oh, now we have the 5 red lights. And we are racing here for the final time in Star Cup Season 3 on F1 25. Let's go. Let's go. Good start from Jonah and from Ajami. Also from KX here. But Ajami is taking the lead. Can Jonah keep P2? Yes, he cannot put the tire on the screen. And we're good now. Ajami on sub. Jonah going pretty wide. This first 2 corners. KX up to second with the medium. Jonah had the arch. He had a very rough start with that compound of tires. And Ajami the softs getting the big and the big and a big lunch. Yeah, simply the better lunch from his other competitor. Maestro want to start up to 4th now with his soft. Menzo's 5th, Metadi 6th. Another one 7, L9 8, Mourinho 9. Pedal bike in P10 at the moment. Garrick's in P15. So yeah, big people on softs. Top 5 in the championship. I think we're like obligated to start on soft. What I heard, maybe that's what I heard. So yeah, and Jeremy still leading. Maestro in the 4th already. Big start from 10 to 4th. I have a strategy on screen. Possible red strategy. I don't think they're gonna really respect it, but we'll see later on. I think maybe two stuff's gonna be the strategy here, because medium are not really having a lot of big left time. We'll see. But Maestro now up to 3rd in front of Jonah. Jonah down to 4th after only 2 laps, not even 2 laps. But yeah, we'll see. Position change now. Biggest winner Maestro with 7th place up. Biggest loser Deathwing with 11th place down. That's real. Endwing also lost 7th place. Skylo Bike also won 7th place as a 918th place. That's the biggest winner and losers of this first lap. And now KX and Ajami are escaping from the others. KX on the medium, Ajami on soft. We'll see if Maestro can come back on them now. 1.5 the gap between them and the top 2. Between him and the top 2. Here you have softs. You want to use the advantage of it. Having a good pace at the beginning. Yellow flag behind. It's a Mercedes. 2 Mercedes having a rough start here with Snake and Meat and Nguyen having to pit at the beginning of the race. Not looking good for the Mercs tonight. And Ajami having some big pressure from KX behind. KX is on the gearbox of Ajami. Now DRS going to be activated for them. DRS on for the Red Bull. Can he pass right now? 2 tenths the gap. Can he go around the inside of turn 1 or maybe around the outside? Either go for the inside. And he can't in the end. Go for the launch. He stays behind. But Maestro and Jonah are coming back on the top 3 here. On top 2. Yeah. Another one is in P5 now. In front of Menzo. KX up to 1st on Ajami. In this little DRS zone. KX gets the place. KX now leads the race. Now Maestro gonna put pressure on Ajami, and Jonah is there also to fight a bit. Another one is fighting with Menzo, L9 Teddy for P5 at the moment. Even Mourinho, Spoop, Tidal Bike, Kendricks are not too far away from them. It's a big train. Vicario, that wing, TRP, Orion even is in that way, is in that train here. So big train and Spoop out. Spoop is out and you have a safety car. Safety car out. Some incident here. Football having coming off track, but Spoop is out of the race. Red Bull out. I'm not gonna be able to see what happened, but he did have an incident for sure. And people on South are gonna pit. People on South are gonna pit, I think. And John in the pit, Maestro, even Jonah in the pit when the arts. Oh, it started raining. It starts raining. When the safety car starts, the rain starts also. Everyone has intermediate ready except Jonah having medium ready. Didn't saw the rain coming. Maestro with the inters. Other one with the inters. And John with the inters. People had some dry tires set, but rain is coming to the track now. And some people have not pitted yet. AZ, Deathwing, the Carrier, KX. Rain is coming, but some people like Jonah and Menzo have put it on new dry tires. Same thing for Coconut and TRP. Here, the others have put it on some inters, but that's unfortunate for Jonah and Menzo here. Okay, safety car now. We'll wait for everyone to regroup. And we'll see what's gonna happen now. But technically, Adriami is gonna be the original leader of the race. Master in second and third. There was gonna be another one because people that have put it new Dragon have to pit again, and top four have to pit still here, putting some inters because rain is falling here in Mexico. So yeah, it's a good timing. Safety car's out and boom, the rain is coming. I said it at the beginning of the race. It was pretty cloudy. Maybe rain was coming, and it came right now because obviously as a spectator, I don't have the option to see the weather on my screen. Only the drivers have the option to do that. But top two have not pitted. Is the rain gonna be that short here? Maybe it's still variable. Yeah, there's not that much rain for the moment. I don't know how the condition feels because on this game it's pretty hard to predict it when you're not driving. But yeah, everyone is on inters except the top two now. But still not submerging the track. It's light rain for the moment. Maybe they want to try to stay on dry, maybe past the rain sequence, and they'll have a better position than the others. We'll see later on if that's going to be the case. But for the moment, everyone is on inters except the top two. Everyone on inters to the top two, and we'll wait for everyone to catch up. Still a lot of people not behind the train of the safety car with all the pit stop. You have to wait some laps before everyone is back behind everyone. Behind the safety car. That's it. So yeah. So I'll go check something. 2 seconds. Okay. Okay. We're good. We're good now. Waiting still on 4 drivers join the trade, and top 2 still not pitted here. Rain, I think, is getting a bit more intense. Yeah. It's getting a bit more intense. The only option I have to see pretty much the rain. I think it's the best way to see the intensity of rain coming on board. So that's why sometimes I go onto the onboard cam. But yeah. For the moment, the top 2 trying a bet here and trying to stay on slicks while the rain is dropping on track and falling on track. So yeah, waiting for that. What can I talk about again about little maybe things about next season? Well, we'll see if I have something interesting to say. But yeah, is it gonna be a new driver or something? I don't know. I know Teddy's gonna come back, that's for sure, for season 4 here, but safety car needs to slap, and will go back to racing now. Everyone ready? Now KX gonna lead the way, still with their slicks, KX and Deathwing. The others all on inters, and KX having a pretty good restart here, even on the medium. Can go on board a bit. It's good now. Pressure from Rajam on Deathwing. Can he go for the move right now? Almost 3 wide in the first corner. Can we see it up? 2 right people still leading. Maestro and Androm having almost contact, and another one pass here on the Sauber. Teddy also follow the Racing Bull. Teddy has his return in Star Cup tonight, confirmed as a full-time driver for next season, like he was back then. Teddy's there. Teddy's there. Oh, and contact with 2 Racing Bulls! Another one! And Deathwing having some contact here. Some damage also. The other one with the big part of the front wing is broken on the right side. And Deathwing having not really any damage, it seems, but still lost some time here for OWR Deathwing. I don't really know what happened here, but he was still on slick for Deathwing. That's not the best, maybe. KX seems to not struggle to match with the medium still, but he's still gonna pit now. Yeah, I think he realizes it's not gonna be viable as long term, and yeah, now the track is starting to get submerged by the water. So yeah, Adjamiel leading with Teddy second, Maestro in third, Skyro back and forth, Mourinho in fifth, Deathwing 6, Elton 9-7, Kendricks 8, Ikari 9, AZ in 310. That's for the top 10 at the moment. Jordan 13 here, hurrying to make his way back the top of the field with his bad pit stop, pitting under for right under safety car while the rain was coming. Now a yellow flag behind. What's happening? I don't know. But we're back under green condition. I think there was Sicario having some incident, or maybe the Mercedes here having incidents. But now we're back on under green flag condition. All good now. The top 2 is escaping a bit from the others with Teddy and Jomi really close from each other. Maestro is in P3, trying to get back, and he cut the track here for Maestro a bit. Maybe once to after the DRS, absolutely. Even getting, and he thinks that getting a warning is worth it for that. And now I'm saying bullshit because no DRS under rain conditions. So yeah, I don't know. He just made a mistake here, I think. And Maestro now is catching back the top 2. Joe having chicken penalty, something for Coconut Ed and KX here. That way, checking also. A lot of people are trying to get 3 seconds with the battle going on with the rain. The car being more difficult to manage and to control into some corners. Now Teddy going for it on the outside of Adriame. Teddy on the outside still. And he's in P1. Teddy up to first position here. On the rain condition here in Mexico. Big move by the Williams. Magnifico by Teddy. L's at 9 now. Are we going for the pass? Skydo bike. Can he pass him right now? Can he go around the inside? Yes, he can. Big launch. And the pass is done. The overtake is done also. Skydo bike getting second here. Mourinho trying to do the same thing as the Elsa 9 just done. Kendricks wants to follow them also. Another one surviving with his wing damage here. Looking pretty difficult to do so. But for the moment he's doing pretty well. And now the McLaren of AZ Racing going right here. I'm gonna have to rejoin pretty safely and not go as it, trying to not cause any incident. Another one checking a penalty with his broken front wing. Difficult to manage again under rain condition with the big front wing damage. And Jonah and Orain are a bit blocked behind him. Now Teddy's escaping 2.8. He's having some pretty good pace on the rain condition. He's now 3 seconds in front of Adriami. Incredible stuff by Teddy. Getting back into start cup here. And leading by 3 seconds now on the big Adriami. Two Saubers side by side to turn 1. Elsa 9 seems to have done the overtake. Yes, he has done the overtake here. Mourinho and Skylo Bike trying to fight again for P5 here for Mourinho. Kendricks wants to follow the Alpine and wants to pass the 2 drivers in front of him. Who's gonna be in front here? Kendricks on the inside. Can he go? No, a bit too far for the big launch. Now a bit of sliding for Skylo Bike and Mourinho get in front. Kendricks wants to go for on the Alpine. He can't for the moment. A bit too far, a bit too risky for Kendricks to try to move here. TRP and Menzo battling with Jonah and Orain being just in front. Battling for P8 now. Another one pitted I think. 19 replaces wing. New enters. 4 seconds now the gap. Teddy's flying, man. Teddy's really flying under this rain. You don't have really better car than the other behind him, like the Saubers and the Ass are not that. Like Williams not that much better. Williams is not that much better than the other car behind him. They're still battling, but you just have more pace at the moment. He getting in every part of the track, and now 5 seconds. Even the gap is getting to lap 11. We're one lap away from the third of the race. It's 8:44 p.m. Eastern time here. And yeah, big race at the moment. Kendrick going for it on Mourinho. Kendrick's going for it on Trophy Mourinho. And he can't go for the moment. Kendrick stays behind. Orain TRP is still not moving. And now Elsa 9 for Adriami. Going further on the inside for Elsa 9. He passed even before the braking zone. Elsa 9 up to second, but he lock up the tires, going back on the track. Pretty risky contact with Adriami. Adriami going off track now. He's coming back, trying to fight again. My contact with Maestro at the back of Adriami now. Big fight here. A bit of a sketchy rejoin for Elsa 9, and now he slides off. Came back to track. Maestro staying behind, not being involved in the incident. Now it's pretty complicated for Elsa 9 now. He's sliding a bit everywhere, missing some braking points. I don't know what's happening for him, but now the gap is 7 seconds with Teddy. And Teddy's rocket ship with the clean air now. Really going for it. Kendrick's fighting still with Orain, Skyler right now for P6. Mourinho still in P5 also. He passed Skyler Bike, trying to maybe create a gap between him and the others at Kendrick and Orain. Now Orain is very close from Kendrick. Kendrick's a bit far away from Skyler Bike, and Orain try to move on Kendrick around the inside, around the outside. Can he go? I think he's not gonna be able to go. Maybe he's gonna go around the inside here. Stays behind. Brings some pressure. Kendrick's gonna go on Skyler Bike in the end. Around the outside, the inside now. I don't know. He stays behind the Ferrari for the moment. And the big train creating behind them. TRP, Jonah, Menzo are all in that train. 11 from 6 to 11. It's a big train that is forming at the moment. KX past AZ now. KX up to 15. After he had to pit again. Reflector and Menzo past Jonah. Here on the outside, Jonah going for it again. On the inside, side by side still. Menzo in front. Menzo in front of Jonah here. He's at 10-second penalty. A little flag caution. The two racing bulls behind. It's good now. They're battling again. That's winging another one. They had the contact earlier on. Now they're battling at the back for P18. gap is 6.4 now. John May 3.2 behind LZ9 in no man's land pretty much at the moment. Jeremy fighting with Maestro for the third place now. Mourinho in P5th. 1.3 the gap in front. 1.6 now and 4.2 behind. Orange TRP. Kendricks fighting now. And Menzo waiting further on the inside of Kendricks. Last corner. Menzo up to 9. Williams following also with Jonah. Skydo back down the fight. And we got Skydo back in the pits in the end. Skydo back in the pits. New enters ready for him. Lap 30 now. Lap 30 out of 36. Got a new wing also on for the Ferrari. And back on track for him now. Still having the battle now with Coconut Ed being involved in the battle now. With TRP, Orain, Menzo, Jonah, and Kendricks all in the battle also. 4P6. Mourinho trying to catch back to Adjami and Maestro in front of him. TRP up to 6 in front of Orain. Orain going back at it. Here on the outside, he makes the pass. The Alpine also making the pass. On the Ferrari, Menzo up to 7. TRP losing position here on Orain and on Menzo. On Orain and on Menzo. Orain and Menzo. Orain and Menzo. Orain and Menzo. Yeah, still a big fight here. Mourinho has catched back Adriami. Adriami really ends up having the pace to fight with the Sabres here. LZ9 is slightly and slowly catching up to Teddy. Adriami not having the pace to fight with Maestro. Now fighting with Mourinho for P4 now. I'm seeing now too much time here. And Orain is escaping from the others, from TRP, Menzo, Jonah, Kendricks, and Coconut here. He's escaping from them. That's a pretty good sign for him. Menzo 510, the NTRP. Looking a bit far now. The rain has really gained in intensity over the last few laps. Kendricks now in 9, Jonah in 10, Coconut 11th. The big train to follow at the moment. Big train to follow. The biggest battle going on the track at the moment. Lap 14 out of 36. AZ has left. I don't know what's happening with AZ, but he left the session here. TRP 310 behind Orain. Can he go for it now? You're saying it. With TRP also being there. That's on the 8, Kendricks 9. Having some difficulty to keep up. Coconut behind also. And now TRP going for it on Orain. He makes a move. TRP up to 6 now. Big TRP up to pace 6. Magnifico. Big pass. Extending position a lot here between these two. And now in the pit is Menzo. Menzo pitting. At the beginning of lap 15, Hendrick and Jonah are following. New enters on for everyone. And they're good to go back on track now. For the moment, no signs of the rain stopping here. Definitely putting some wet on, even. Definitely putting some wet tires on this car. Pretty surprising, but we'll see if that works. Mourinho 910 behind Adjami is still trying to catch on the. Trying to catch the ass here for the Alpine driver. Now the battle is only between Orain and TRP, with the others at pitted for P6. Obviously, we're seeing a little bit less move because it's rain. More difficult. It's more difficult to control the car. So people are not trying a risky move as much as on the dry, obviously. KX now battling with Nguyen for P9. Can KX go for it around here? He's pretty close from the Mercedes. Very close, having some better exit than the Mercedes here again. Last corner now. Can Kicks make the move? He's still there. Still close. I don't know, it seemed a bit far. 210 still only. With no DRS. He's going for it. Having taking the slipstream, maybe using some ERS also. On the big straight line around the outside. KX. Little contact maybe, but he has done it. Another one wants to follow. He seems to not be able to for the moment at least. Then the exit around the outside. He makes the pass here for another one. Up to 10 maybe for a Racing Bull. Yes, he is up to 10 now for another one. That's good for him. KX up to 9. We can go back maybe to Mourinho fighting with Adjami here. Just okay. Mourinho 7-10, 6-10 behind Adriami. Following the Spanish pretty well for Mourinho here. Lap 17 just started with Teddy still leading by 4.8 now. The gap is reducing lap by lap with Elsa 9 starting to catch back Teddy, but still a pretty comfortable gap between Teddy and Elsa 9. Like I said, 4.8, but it's reducing. Another one now with KX, maybe a battle coming. Mourinho getting some distance from Adriami for 1.4 at the moment, and Guiyang in the pit. Now new Inter is ready for him. The pit crew doing a good pit stop here. Perfect too for Mark. And bringing it back on track. AZ also in the pits. New Inter is ready for him. Taking a bit of time here. I don't know what's happening. Maybe retired from this. I retired. Orion says well he left, so I don't know what's happening with AZ now. I don't know what's happening with AZ now, but yeah. We'll do a little update on penalties here. You can see you have 3, you have 6. Joda have 6, and Coconut KX, another one. Schedule back and that wing have 3 seconds. There you go. Everyone's on enters pretty much except that wing on, West. So I think I can maybe remove the tire. No, I'll keep it because some people have pitted and they have fresh tire. That's why they are a little far. Like Jonah or Kendricks. We'll stay on track. Well, not stay on track, but keep the tires info on the screen for the moment. TRP now is catching Mourinho, but he's pitting, and TRP is gonna follow him. Here the two are pitting, the Alpine and the Ferrari on lap 18. We officially hit the halfway of this race here in Mexico. The Alpine putting a new Inters on his car, and the Ferrari I think did the same thing here, and TRP coming back behind the Alpine here. So yeah, pit stop were pretty close in terms of time. Menzel gonna be in front of them. Jonah not gonna be in front of them, and Kendricks not also. Well, Kendricks and Jonah are behind the two, TRP and Mourinho. After the pit stop, but Menzo was able to pass them. KX 6 times behind another one. Other one 1.1 behind Coconut. They're gonna catch Coconut, I think, in the next few laps. Maestro now, not Maestro, but Elsa 9 4 seconds behind Teddy. Like I said, the gap is getting lower and lower every lap. And Elsa 9 is getting closer and closer every lap also on Teddy. I don't want to make a 5-10 gap now between him and Coconut. 4 tenths. 3 tenths and a half. 3 tenths, 2 tenths. He's having better pace. Fresher tires, having better pace in generals, but Coconut still have a better guard moment when the McLaren compared to the Racing Bull or Coconut. And another one here. Another one sticking it around the inside, but also KX wants to join the battle, and now KX going further around the outside, but he can, and now the two are gonna pass. McLaren is gonna go to the pits in the end. KX on the outside, another one on the inside. Now the two car from Red Bull family going back to battling now for P6. Oakland in the pits is new Inters on the car for the McLaren here. Your 3.8 behind O'Reilly, we'll see if they can catch him at some point. 3.5 to get between S9 and Teddy now. What we got? Fighting Jonah 910, TRP 410 behind Mourinho. We can look at that here with the Ferrari and the Alpine. Jonah not being too far back, also going to be battling for that P9 here. The last points available tonight. And the Ferrari TRP going for it. Slipstream. But he's a bit too far to try launch on Mourinho. Like a little contact maybe on the braking zone. But really light contact. All good, no damage. All good. No damage. Another one, KX early catching on Orain. Another one having 6 lap fresher tires than the Aston Martin driver. So that's basically pretty good. Maestro in the pits. The P3 driver at the moment, the 3rd place. He's on the pits. New Inter ready for him. At 20 starting now. And Joby following the Sauber here in the ass. And drumming the pits. New Inters for Adjami also. KX in the pits at the same time. New Inter ready for him also. Good pit stop by Red Bull crew. He's back on track. Yeah, 3 pit stop here. 1 for DRS, 1 for Adjami, and 1 for KX. And they're all back on track. All back on track. Another one pass. Orain up to 3rd now for another one. Not having the pressure from KX. But maybe we can have the pressure from Orain now. We'll see. He's 29 seconds behind LZ9 and Teddy. LZ9 is 3 punches to gap. 3.2, 3.1. He's getting closer. But sometimes he lost some time. At some place on track he's losing some time. But at second minute is out of the session. Is it on track or is it in the pits? No one seems to be in the pits. Don't know what happened here. He's returning on track. Maybe he lost some spin power. Or I don't know. I think he had some power issues earlier on. Maybe it's that. Doesn't seem like we can get any safety car. I think we're good. Just 3 seconds for TRP. Teddy in the pits. New Inters on, trying the undercut on the LZ9 here for Teddy. Maybe being the good strategy. We'll see for the Williams here. It's 8:59 p.m. Eastern time. Not too far away from hitting the 9 o'clock mark. And yeah, about 21 out of 36 we're coming closer and closer to the end of this race. Like I said, we passed the halfway point from the race, so yeah. Already Maestro battling, Maestro up to 4th now with his fresh tires compared to 17 laps old Inter's tires for the Aston Martin here. So yeah, clearly Sauber in front now. Clearly Menzo left. I don't know what's happening with Menzo. But Menzo of the session, maybe I can invite him. I think I have Menzo, if I remember well. Maybe he's not online because his game crashed something, but yeah. For the moment I don't see him here, so yeah. Maybe that's friends, I don't know, but he's not there. So yeah, I can invite him. Another 3 seconds for Jonah here. It's a lot now for him. Then 9 for him, and the others have only 3, like KX, Kaido Bike, Coconut, Hutwing, and another one. Kaido Bike now having 6, but yeah. And LZ9 following the Teddy pit stop, doing the same lap after lap 22 out of 36. LZ9 in the pits. Is Teddy going to be able to come back in front? Yes, he is. Is going to be a bigger gap than before the pit stop. Yeah, pretty much the same gap actually. The undercut, you know, let Teddy stay in front, but the gap did not really change. 3.9 still, 2.8, but maybe a bit lower before the pit stop from Teddy. But yeah, pretty much similar, pretty much the same. So we have TRP now battling with Adriami for P8, with Kendricks also being there not too far away, and even Jonah is there for battling. Let P8 here, a little train forming for that battle here. So that's what we're gonna follow while it's here. It's a battle we're gonna follow while it's here. Now the Ferrari going for it, maybe trying to go for a TRP. Not for the moment. Sorry for that. I just mute myself. I have to do some thing. I'll just drink some water now. So yeah, little battle here. Coconut 3 second. TRP, John, Kendricks, Jonah still following each other. The rain is still falling a lot. I don't think we're gonna have any dry track before the end of the race. At least, so yeah, I think we'll stay on rain condition until the end. And now let's see if someone can pass. The gap between Els at 9 and Teddy is now 2.9. Or 3 flat, it's evolving, but it's clearly reducing again. I think Els at 9 have a bit more pace now than Teddy in the clean air. And Jaume having to stay in front of TRP. 4 times the gap. Can TRP go for it now? I think it's a bit too far. We have only Torino that's in front. Menzo was able to join back in the race. That's pretty good for him. Obviously, there's an invite in the group, so it's pretty easy to rejoin, even if I have not invited. So. But yeah. Okay. Still following this battle, pretty much the only thing to follow at the moment. Coconut is headed by pretty close, but my dad ready to follow here. Just follow TRP if he can pass here, maybe cannot for the moment. He stays behind the ass. Kendricks follow pretty close. And Jonah is there in case something happened. He can take the position and take the things that are going to be left from this battle here. And TRP we're going for it around the inside here. TRP going for the move around the inside. And he passed and some contact here, some damage I think on some car. I think it's Kendricks having the left hand plate. It's not there anymore. Left hand plate. It's gone for Kendricks. It'll be a bit more difficult to maneuver in certain turns. But look, he's still there. It's all on track, so I think he's gonna be able to continue for the moment at least. 24 out of 36 now. Kendricks on the outside of his teammate. The other ass. And Jeremy Kendricks up to P9 now. A great move by Kendrick. And Jeremy trying to go back in front. Jordan wants to follow also. They're side by side into the straight line here. Almost 3 wide. Kendrick stays in front of his teammate. And Sharpie is escaping a bit from that situation. He's a 1.2 in front of Kendricks now. And Jeremy gonna go back on him around the outside. Kendricks is defending. Jordan wants to make the move also. But for the moment they all stay in the position. No change. KX also behind coming on them. We're gonna be including the fight in the next few laps. 2.7 the gap between Elsa 9 and Teddy. 2.8. It's reducing, but not a lot now per lap. Lap 25 starting, and there's less and less time for Elsa 9 to catch Teddy here. Another one P3 with 15 laps old Inter still have to pit again. Or right now has 20 laps on his Inter and not have pitted yet. He's doing a super job of getting his tire to survive a bit longer, and he stays on track. I don't know how much percentage his tire are, but it's really impressive from Orion. He's the tire whisperer. He's the tire whisperer. Orion tonight, it seems. So yeah, really impressive. TRP, 6-time in Marino now. Pretty close. Pretty close. Pretty close. So yeah, 3/10 the gap. Still on the gearbox of the Alpine for TRP. And now Jeremy, now Kendrick's a bit escaping from Jeremy, Jonah and Kex behind him. Also follow the battle between TRP and Mourinho. KX make the move on Jonah here. Made the move. TRP 210 behind Mourinho, and now it's 5. Really evolving the gap into 2, but still battling. Really hard for that P7 here. TRP is still having a penalty, but Mourinho doing a great job of defending. But maybe on the straight line here you can go TRP with the slipstream. Maybe some ERS usage also. Can you go for it into turn 1? For the moment he can't. Also not too far away from Orain with his 22 laps old inters. Another one with his 16 laps old inters. 1.9 gap now between LZ9 and Teddy. It's really getting lower and lower between the two. 1.6 now. LZ9 is getting really close off Teddy. I think we'll have a fight in the next few laps now. It's a matter of time before the two are going to be battling. Before the two are going to start to battle. JRP 610, 510, 410, still trying to have a better pace better pace. Trying to fight Mourinho here for P7. Trying to find some little time in the corners and stuff, in the exit, trying to get the maximum out of his car he can. Because obviously on the wet condition, there's no DRS, so it's a bit more difficult to pass. Here, got a 3-second for Mourinho, so now the two have a 3-second penalty. And TRP around the inside, he can go for it now. And TRP up to 7 now for TRP with Orange being just behind Mourinho, going for it again. He's trying to stick in front, and he managed to a little contact here. But Mourinho coming back into P7, not letting the Ferrari pass. Kendrick's now catching back. Not catching back, but catching up on the two in front. Jonah's 12 seconds now for Jonah here of warning and of off-track penalties. Pretty rough for Jonah tonight. And now they're to catch Orain, and Kendrick is behind the strain, but Kiax not being too far back also. So little battle is being created here, but Kendrick still having his damage at the front wing that he got in early on. Orain now having some trouble with 23 laps old inters. Another one finally pitting after 17 laps on his inters here, even 18 laps. LZ9 now is 1.1 behind Teddy. Really getting closer. Really getting closer. 8:10 p.m. Eastern time for the moment. Here and now the big battle starting with Mourinho, Orain, TRP, Mourinho. Mourinho now up to 6. TRP is there. And Kendricks and KX also. KX up to 9 in front of Kendricks now. TRP going for it on Orain on the straight line with the slipstream here. Can he go around the inside? We can't. Kendricks. KX, Kendricks, TRP. All there. TRP fighting again with Orain for that P7 with Kendricks here, KX here also. And jumping Jordan still following each other. Left 29, 30 safe. Now 8-10 the gap. LZ9 and Teddy is getting real the battle here for P1. We'll fold that pretty early. It's TRP now. Going for it on a rain. TRP up to 7. Kendrick's following. The Ferrari up to 8 now for Kendricks. KX also followed up to 9. Orain down to 10. And now Jeremy and Jordan are there to battle also with the others for some points here. And 3 times the gap now. L9 is there. L9 is there. Maestro in second penalty. Another one. 110 behind Menzo. He's up to 4th now with his fresh tires. And Teddy down to 2nd place now. L9 is now leading the race here in Mexico. It was pretty easy for the Sauber. And Teddy is being a bit slowed down by Deathwing in Ghost at the moment. But it's good now. And L9 now leading, and he's looking to. And 3 seconds for Teddy. L9 is looking to just escape. Menzo in P5, 1.1 behind another one having fresh tire. Can he maybe catch Maestro also with 6.7 being in the gap? 3.6 now. And with 8 left, fresher tires enters. Kendrick 6 time behind TRP. Can he try a move? KX also being there. Maybe he can try something also. Lap 30 is starting now. And John with 2nd penalty. Look at that. Not left of driver having no penalty here. Not left of driver having no penalty. Not a lot of driver. Okay. KX now 4th time behind Kendricks. Kendricks 1.7 behind TRP. 1.8 TRP behind Marino. Marino being really far away from the other in front of him. Another one is 5 seconds now behind Maestro. Gap is really getting lower. Another one really getting closer. Another one is getting closer. I want to see something. The penalties, yeah. The 2 have 3 seconds for the moment. For the moment, the twos have this. They are the same page, so they're all fighting for net position. So another one is really catching Maestro. 2.5 the gap now, and he's looking very fast with his new tires. Another one. He's managing his race really well, even after the contact with Deathwing here. He extended his stint just before. And after that, now he can put fresh tire in the end. And with the battles behind, it's paying off for him clearly. 2.5 the gap now. Teddy coming back on L9, 6/10 down the gap. Lap 31 starting. We're getting really close to the end of this race. 6/10 the gap. A moment it says like this. Stays like this. KX and Kendricks battling for P8. Kendricks is in front for the moment. KX, can he go for it on the inside? He can't for the moment. Oh, and Kendricks going wide. Kendricks going wide. KX earning the opportunity. And KX up to 8. Coconut 3-second penalty. We'll go back up to Teddy now. 8/10 the gap. You still have a chance to get that win here. Another one 2.2 with Maestro. Sector 3 caution, Ferrari, back to green position. Back to green condition. $38.10 still, another one 2.2 is stabilizing, but we'll see if we can still catch Maestro before the end of the race. 6:10 now the gap. Like I said, there's still a chance for Teddy. Hope is still there, even with the penalty, he can still be on track, would be nice. Maybe even L9 get a penalty at some point. Possible, we'll see. At the moment, L9 is a good position to win this race, but we never know what could happen in the next few laps. Menzo a bit lonely, a bit more moments time for Menzo. Having no penalties, pretty nice race for the moment, pretty clean race for him. And that's really nice to see. Another one punch through the gap. He's really closing it on the Maestro. TRP and Mourinho now 2/10 the gap. Can the Ferrari pass on the Alpine? TRP having the opportunity in the next few corners to try a move here. Ferrari being a better car than the Alpine here with the wheel perf Mode being on, reflector, Jonah, it's now 15 seconds of penalty. I don't know what's happening with Jonah tonight, but yeah, I mean, a lot of penalties. And now, TRP 4/10, 3/10 and a half behind the Alpine. Can he go for the move right now? For the moment he can. He stays behind. He stays behind. 36 tenths the gap. 7 tenths. Is staying in this area here. 7, 6 tenths. Not getting more than that. 8. Sometime 9. Another one now. 8 tenths the gap. 7 tenths the gap. Really closing in. Teddy. Now it's 5. 6, 5. He's very close. Still have a chance. Lap 33 is going to start right now. The end of the race is approaching. And we still have no idea who's going to win. Teddy, 3 seconds. Still the penalty. He still have 3 seconds. But Elsa 9 can still have a 3-second penalty until the end of this race, or he can be challenge penalty. So they still have to fight for it. Another one in Maestro. I mean, the two have a 3-second penalty, but they're fighting for the P3. Now, another one, and Maestro, another one going for it, on the inside, with his fresher tires, 8 laps fresher tires, another one up to 3rd, another one up into podium place here in Mexico, Odoromos, Hermanos Rodriguez, another one up to P3, another one up to 3rd. TRP having a shot maybe on Mourinho. Moment he stays behind the gearbox of the Alpine. Thirty-nine tenths. .39 1 second now. Was 5, 6 tenths, not too far. Not too long ago now, it's 1.1. Less and less hope for Teddy to win this Grand Prix on his return. TRP, 3 tenths the gap. Really, our battle going still. Another one getting another second penalty. Oh! Another one now, 6 seconds of penalties. Gonna have to put a chicken gap in front of Maestro to stay in front. You're gonna have to push. Not a lot of time remaining. Here, KX is almost coming to the battle of TRP and Mourinho now. 2009, winning the race. Oh, 31 more behind. Teddy 2-second penalty now 6. Yeah, Teddy. It's pretty much finished for P1 now. More hope really. 2 seconds to get Maestro, and another one still have another 1 second to go get if he wants to secure his P3. Menzo 8.6 behind, no penalty still. Or the LP, they want to race. TRP. Hedrick also having no penalty in P9. TRP now is really close. Maybe it's a chance for the Ferrari around the inside of Mourinho. Side by side steal, little contact. I think what Mourinho said in front. KX now in the fight. 8, 7, and 6 battling for P6 here. Oh, and TRP really aggressive. Wants to play. Top 35 has started with Els at 9 crossing the line. It's a penultimate lap of the season here. And Els at 9 leading the race. Mourinho. Mourinho. TRP 5/10, KX 5/10 also behind. Really close. Jonah 3/10, 4/10 behind. John with penalties, not gonna matter really. We're gonna finish in your TRP slipstream. On Mourinho. No overtake for the moment. And outside that's gonna come. to cross the line for last time here. That 20-second penalty. 5 seconds now. The gap with Maestro and another one. Another one is clear. I think he's gonna be able to get a podium place tonight. If he's not going to do any mistake. GRP up to 6 now. With Mourinho contact here. KX trying to go for it around the side. He's going off track. KX off track. L's at 9 now. Up to P1. L's at 9 to P1. No, I don't know what I'm saying because it's already in P1, but yeah, I'm pretty lost. But yeah, he's leading the race. Last lap of the race. Mourinho still in 6th. Another one in 3rd. Everything looking good for SM9 to go get that victory tonight in Mexico. The last round per the season with the slowest car in the grid with real performance setting being on. Looking to be a really, really good performance from the Sauber tonight. I'd like to see. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. But yeah. Follow SM9 to the line. This is victory tonight. Really great job from him. And under this raining condition, SM9 gonna be the last winner of the season in Star Cup Season 3. In real perf mode, he wins the Mexico Grand Prix Programo Hermanos Rodriguez. Teddy has his comeback, making his comeback here in Star Cup for Teddy. P2, another one last year of the season. P3 baby for the Racing Bull driver. And the champion of the world, the Maestro, gonna finish P4 tonight in the Sauber, the last race of the season. The Menzo, big race from him, no penalties, really clean, really great job from him, and top 5 well deserved for Menzo. Mourinho's teammates still fighting with KX and TRP. KX going for it around the inside again, we can't. KX past TRP, Mourinho 3-second penalty at the end. And you have 6. And TRP, something happened with him. KX gonna finish in front of Trophy. Kendrick's gonna finish in front of them all. P6 for Kendrick's in the end. KX gonna be 7. Trophy 8. 9 is gonna be TRP. And John is gonna be in 10. Jonah's gonna be in 11. I think maybe even in 12. Or right on the line. Yeah, 12 for Orain. No, 11 for Orain. 12 for Jonah. 11 Grain 13. Connect at 14. Headed by 15. AZ 16. Licario 17. And the others here. So yeah. Race finish. I'll try to invite someone. The chat. If I can. If he's there. As yeah, we told me T-Bone had something to say. Even if he's not online, well, I'll just invite him and we'll see what's gonna happen. If I still there, no, not there. I don't know. I don't see him anywhere. Pretty weird. I don't see him. Oh, because L, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'll invite my boy. We'll see if he joins. Okay. We have the standings here. One last time for this rest of the season. SM9 winning tonight. Starting from 15. Big race from him. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. I think it's gonna be it. I think T-Bone's gonna join it here. So yeah. We'll end it there then. Thanks guys for being watching Star Cup all season. I hope to see you next season. I don't know really when it's gonna start, maybe next week or in 2 weeks. We'll see. But it's still gonna be on Tuesdays with the new calendar, like I said, starting in Brazil. New lineups that we reveal when the season starts. So thank you guys. Seeing you next time. Ciao bye.